Homecoming, a happy day for soldiers. But for some, the fight does not end after deployment.
People who commit suicide, on the battlefield, that's the hardest part.
This soldier says 2 men in his unit in Iraq committed suicide, and he suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. We're not identifying him because his family fears there's a stigma attached to his treatment, medical marijuana.
It helps, it just soothes you, and it's really nice. And it's nice to know that it's something organic.
He began using after his girlfriend at the time pointed out his worsening symptoms.
She was like, hey, sometimes you get paranoid, sometimes you get angry, sometimes you get frustrated really easy. And that's hard to hear that you do that. It makes you feel like a monster.
He's found relief in New Mexico, one of the few states that allows medical marijuana to treat PTSD.
A lot of vets actually moved here for that very reason, so they could be in the program.
Hilda Chavez helps doctors screen patients and works with those who qualify.
We have been told consistently by most of the vets is that they were over-medicated with drugs that were just either making them sleep all day long or making them more anxious, and they would lose control of their lives.
Our soldiers saw firsthand the effects of prescription drugs on another veteran suffering with PTSD, his older sister.
You'd ask her to get something, and it was almost like she was doing it in slow motion. And sometimes she would slur like she was drunk, but she wasn't. She was just on her pain meds.
He says she was addicted to the medication.
She took a nap one day and just didn't wake up.
She was 30 years old. Veterans Affairs declined our request for an on-camera interview, but gave us this statement, which basically says because marijuana is not legal under federal law, VA providers cannot participate in any medical marijuana programs. But according to the VA, vets who use medical marijuana are not prevented from seeking treatment at VA facilities. And this soldier is doing both and feeling better.
I just want the vets to see that, this is living proof that there is help.
He hopes others also find help and access to medical marijuana once they come home.